GhostRobo Army, welcome to my brand new show I've been so eager and anxious to share with you guys. It is a review show of sorts that I'm calling Robo Review Remix. Every Wednesday we will be going in depth with a game that I either loved or hated or just felt right in between about, but nonetheless we will mix gameplay with my thoughts and make it a whole lot of fun. We'll also be looking at a Ghost Pick of the Week, a brand new game that I'm very excited to share my lowdown on with you all. For this very first episode, I decided to cover a game that I really enjoyed from last year, and that game is Catherine. Let's break it down. This? Come on, am I there? Oh geez, it's not there. But what if I... We did it! Boom, baby, let's go. Oh my god. Releasing for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in July of 2011, Catherine boils down to about 4 easy parts. 1. Blocks. 2. Half-naked girls. 3. A bar named The Stray Sheep. And 4. A crazy, confused dude with big hair. Let's check it out. The story of Catherine goes something like this. College age 20s, late 20s, early 30s dude is in love with a girl. She wants to take things to the next level, get married, have a kid, do that sort of family stuff. He's unsure. All of a sudden, this young, beautiful, crazy girl appears out of nowhere and starts haunting his life in every way imaginable. Before long, he's climbing block towers, fighting evil babies, and ringing giant bells. The gameplay of Catherine breaks down into 2 categories, both of which are really awesome. The first, block gameplay. I love this part. You shift blocks around, creating towers for you to ascend, get to the top, reach the victory bell, and ring it to your heart's content. Some people didn't like this. Some people thought that this puzzly aspect was too boring, too mundane, too simple for a retail release, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a complete blast. There's so much physicality with Catherine. You feel like you're actually pushing and pulling these blocks. Heck, if this was a real game, like something that you could physically touch and actually play, I would probably play it. I would like climbing these block towers. I would like moving the blocks around or taking a pawn from the bottom to the top. It's just a fun concept to me, and one that really merges brain action with action and doesn't feel too boring. The other half of Catherine involves some intense story and dialogue sequences where you are controlling Vincent, our glorious main character, walking around the Stray Sheep bar. The entire part of this game takes place in one locale, yet it always feels fresh with new faces and new things to explore. There's ridiculously scary bathroom sequences, there's some mini-games in a jukebox, there's all sorts of nutcases that walk in and want your opinion on their crazy problems and issues. You'll get text messages and phone calls and watch TV and just have a crazily mundane time in this bar, but I always wanted to find out what was going to happen next, so it was totally worth it. These two halves seemingly have nothing to do with each other, but oh do they ever. You spend your evenings in the bar, and you spend your dream-filled nights in the land of blocks and tongues and just pure ridiculousness. The 2 female leads, Catherine with a K and Catherine with a C, are both very well written and both very intriguing.
Hey, how many years have we been together?
Huh? Oh man, how long has it been? It's been so long I can't remember.
Because I like you. What about you, Vincent? What do you think about me?
You never know quite exactly what's going on till the very end, and the game does an excellent job with cliffhangers, making every hour of gameplay just as exciting as the last. Sometimes, sure, you'll feel like not a whole lot was revealed, but the cutscenes are really well done, and the graphical style of the game is superb. I love looking at the character. It basically feels like a souped-up, cel-shaded anime, and looks absolutely fantastic on screen. What I think I like most about the game, though, is the story and the way that it introduces it to you. You're never really told much. There's cutscenes, of course, but for the most part, you're realizing things via your interactions with the other characters and via questions. This is something that I wish more games did. Questions in the game that you have to debate and that directly influence what ending or how things turn out in the game. reminds me a lot of Walking Dead. Or rather, Walking Dead reminds me of Catherine, in that you're asked these very difficult questions that are completely unlike anything you've ever been asked in a game. What are your views on marriage? Do you think age should matter? All sorts of things that really kind of make you sit back and be like, huh, I can't believe this game is asking me this. But it's a whole lot of fun. And I just really like the block towers. I think it's a very interactive puzzle. Most puzzle games, you feel very detached from the action, if you can even call it that. But with Catherine, they place a lot of story bits right in the puzzles. They make you feel very connected. And so even if you don't enjoy the puzzle mechanic, I think it's still a worthwhile game to play just for the story and the uniqueness alone. It's very strange. They have no problem throwing all sorts of craziness at you. They have no problem giving you the weirdest tales of tales. They have no problem flaunting their lovely ladies, and they have no problem being absolutely crazy. They threw in a unique co-op multiplayer mode where there's a crumbling tower and you're both trying to climb as fast as you possibly can. It's less of a level and more of a time attack, see how far you can get, scoreboard, leaderboard fest. It's kind of fun, but it pales in comparison to the main game. So what do I give Catherine? It's either a 5, a 7, a 9, or a 10. You probably know it's not a 5, so we'll kick that one out. It's not a 10 because I would have liked to see some more variety, and I felt there were some moments that dragged on a little bit, so it's not a 10 either. The game was a very, very unique, extraordinary experience. It's something that made me sit back and just be like, I need to play this right now. I need to get through and see what happens. I want to see how they evolve the block towers, how the story just unravels. That's very rare in games. Most games are pretty rote. Most things of this generation feel samey and similar. Sure, there's exceptions, and Catherine is definitely one of them. And with that, I must give Catherine a 9 out of 10. I will say, though, there are definitely some moments that make you feel quite awkward. Oh, we can probably check that picture now, right? Image. Hey, there you go. Now, I bet like at least a handful of you pause your video right there. Let's say 10 of you. But nonetheless, it is definitely worth picking up no matter who you are, as long as you're ready for a little bit of insanity. The story carries the game, and the block gameplay is extra fun, making Catherine one of my favorite titles for any platform in 2011. Now it is time to talk about something from this week, and that game is Marvelous, the PlayStation Network exclusive. It is a hearty mix of Mega Man meets El Shaddai meets Boss Rush, and it's completely weird. The game is very light on tutorial, and I was completely confused going in on what I was trying to do. I knew I had to beat the bosses, I knew I had to use these combo attacks, but all of the little mechanics were lost on me. I had to open up the in-game rulebook, and it got pretty confusing. Don't get me wrong, the game looks absolutely gorgeous, the presentation is on fire, and it sells itself so well in video form, but this game boils down to some cool combat, some pretty visuals, and not a whole lot of substance. I did not enjoy my time with Marvelous. I thought it was very confusing, very strange, and very skimpy on content. At first glance, it looks awesome. You are doing crazy moves in lots of bright, pretty places with tons of cool colors, and it seems like you're a complete crazy person. Mega Man meets awesome visuals. Come on, that's gotta be a winner. Not so much. $10 on the PlayStation Network, and I did not feel it was worth my time, and that's why I give Marvelous a 6 out of 10.
Strike 3! You're out!
Woo! What did you guys think? That is a wrap for Robo Review Remix, the very first episode. I'm still working out a lot of specifics and details, but I wanted to get this one out and see what all of you think. I had a lot of fun. I like talking about games. The next one will probably be longer. I'm not sure what game we're going to cover. I will pick one and then feature another pick of the week. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where I'm going to ask you what games I should cover, but not yet. I still need to make sure I get this format ironed out, but it will be back next Wednesday. Sorry it didn't come out on Wednesday, but from here on out, it will be a Wednesday show, and I think it's going to be something fun. And there are a whole lot of review shows on YouTube, so it's something that can really add to the GhostRobo army and give us a unique weapon of massive firepower. But I hope you had fun. If you want to hear about my review skill and how I'm scoring these games, click here. If you want to see something awesome, click over here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Let me know what you think of Robo Review Remix. And until next time, guys and girls, we'll see you all later.